Heat gun versus hair dryer. It is often asked whether a hair dryer can perform the same job as a heat gun when it comes to shrink wrapping. In this video, we will explain the purposes of a heat gun, whether a hair dryer can be used as a substitute for a heat gun, and which is best for shrink wrapping. Let's get started. Number 1. What is the purpose of a heat gun? A heat gun is a handheld device used to emit a stream of hot air, with temperatures generally varying between 100 degrees Celsius and 700 degrees Celsius. Heat guns are usually in the shape of a handgun, but there are also some inline models available. Number 2. How hot is a heat gun? Most heat guns have a minimum temperature of around 100 degrees Celsius, and the top temperature generally reaches 500 degrees Celsius. However, there are some professional heat guns that will reach up to 700 degrees Celsius. For home tasks, such as stripping paint, a heat gun only needs to be around 200 to 400 degrees Celsius. Number 3. What is the difference between a heat gun and a hair dryer? Heat guns and hair dryers have very similar functions, but are used for completely different applications. Hair dryers, obviously, are used to dry your hair. Number 4. Can you use a hair dryer instead of a heat gun? As hair dryers and heat guns have very similar functions, you can use a hair dryer instead of a heat gun for certain applications. If you are removing labels/stickers, removing candle wax, or similar tasks, then a hair dryer can be used instead of a heat gun. Number 5. How does shrink wrap work? Shrink wrapping is the method of covering an object with a plastic film. The films can either be clear or printed and form a cover around the object. The film is sealed using heat that is applied directly onto it. Number 6. And you heat shrink with a hair dryer? If you put your hair dryer on its hottest setting, you probably could produce some desired heat shrink application results. However, using a hair dryer to apply heat shrink will take a very long time, and the results will not be as good as if you used a heat gun. The maximum temperature of a hair dryer is 140 degrees Celsius, whereas a heat gun's maximum temperature is around 700 degrees Celsius. Number 7. What is the best heat gun to buy? The best and most appropriate heat gun we offer for heat shrink application is the Steinel HG2120E heat gun. This heat gun and its accessories has become so popular among car wrappers that Steinel have developed their very own car wrapper set. This set includes the HG2120E heat gun, as well as the HL Scan, which is a high-quality temperature scanner. If you are looking for an inline heat gun as opposed to the standard handgun shape, the Steinel HG2620E is the best option. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe our channel.